quarterback making checks. Moore to the air. Got his man down the middle.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
And the Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The RPO, it's complete. There he goes. Still on his feet. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
Man, what a weapon in this offense to have a tight end that you can throw the football to, not just over the middle, not just to move the sticks, but a guy like this that can absolutely blaze, like a Warren, like a Bowers we've seen over the years, that can make huge plays down the field after the catch.
Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
Well, we know this running back's a playmaker, and he's a guy they want to get going early and often in this game.
Also, you can wear out those big defensive linemen by making them chase.
Yeah, I like the idea of going outside. You want to mix and match it between the tackles to the outside. Get these big fellas running these runs.
They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Oregon!
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Anthony. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Wilson will throw. Finds his tight end. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Hauls it in.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. The Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Finds his man. It's Brown. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. Wants to throw on first down. Moves around to clear up the vision. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Wilson to pass. He makes a grab, and he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long. You've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break, and they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arkansas!
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out quickly. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Caught in the backfield. It's low. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Moore will throw. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Ducks will send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He's got it. He gets a block. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. So far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB.
He lofts one down the sideline. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started. in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And the Razorbacks will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. He wants to change this route. Moore to the air. Unloads to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance.
Breaks into the open. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Leaves it with the running back. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. First play of the period will be a second down. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He's got it. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And when you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that name? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of them.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Quick release by the QB. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
They got zero push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Just drives it between the uprights. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Wilson will throw. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Great job at containing by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Firing to the right, complete. And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26. The Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Finds the tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time now. It used to just be in the red zone. Now you just find the big fellow, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
And the Razorbacks are marching down the field. They're going to run it. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
That's caught. It's Anthony. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Razorbacks will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Moore will throw. Makes the catch. It's Smith. Still on his feet at the 45. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
Great job by the quarterback there, knowing where his answer is against the blitz. He finds his dump-off throw to the running back, and he does the rest, picking up the first.
Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
The Ducks will punt it away on 4th down. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. They bring the punter onto the field now. Second time today they've been forced to punt. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. He wants to take the top off. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
This time on target. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. Makes the grab. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. And the Razorbacks will snap it on 1st and 10. Wilson to pass. Finds his man. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver in the middle of the field.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Finds a crease at the 20. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. It's complete to the right. Got enough space. Touchdown, Razorbacks. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's putting the college football world on notice.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Fresno State is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display.
Moore to the air. Pressure coming. Takes a hit as he fires. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half, because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
I love the attitude by this team now. You just got a critical takeaway. You're set up in amazing field position down in the red zone. Take a shot. Go right now. Throw it. Don't even wait. There's zero hesitation. Force the defense on the very first play of the drive to have to step up. And the defense did exactly that. If you're on offense here, I don't know. I'd just throw it again.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front. So now on 4th down, they'll try to salvage a 3 and just get points before halftime. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. Now up by 7 points here in the second. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Moore. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. Coming out with it, it's Anthony. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Wilson will throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to it. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
On 3rd down, going up top. Trying to set up the screen. Oh, he's got some space. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
The Razorbacks with the 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. At the 45, on its way. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then
and the ball slipped out. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. Way too much grabbing and tugging there. No way the official's going to miss that. And the Razorbacks have their offense in high gear. They'll go to the ground. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the 2nd half.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Arkansas.
He does a really nice job getting the snap, getting the ball to his wide receiver in stride so he continued to run full speed and make all those yards after the catch and get all the way to the end zone.
And right down the middle. Fielded in the end zone, it's low. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks! Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give him a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No, no, no. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Wilson to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Anthony. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
That's a really nice looking throw, and I'll tell you, he fits in great with this offense because there's been this philosophical shift recently in the SEC offensively. It used to be you had to run the football. I formation, 3 yards in a cloud of dust if you wanted to win. But today, though, you have got to be able to throw if you're going to win.
Turning it on! And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. Defense uses the sideline there, and he gets it into plus territory at the 49. The Razorbacks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They're going to run it to the right. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Got him downfield. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And the Razorbacks didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wilson will throw. Fires to the tight end. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping 3rd downs management. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Michigan left little doubt. You know, this version of the Maize and Blue can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program with multiple national titles. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams.
He's going to fire deep. Makes the grab inside the 30. Speeding down the left side. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Oregon. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
Well, we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Wilson to pass. Here's a heat. With the catch, it's Brown. Crosses the 30. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
Using his feet to buy time. Looking for his man. Got his man. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Looking downfield on first down. Good timing on the quick out. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Hit as he throws. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Well, this offense really felt coming into today that they were going to have to throw the football. And for the most part, David, this quarterback has been lights out. That time, though, he lets it get away from him a little bit, and that was a critical INT for the defense and their confidence.
They needed something, man. They've given up a lot of yards, and that's the thing about the defense. Just sometimes it can change in one play. They make the interception. They force the turnover.
Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks. The extra point here would tie the game. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jumpstarts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
He's got great speed. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Moore will throw. Got his man on the right. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden, they get that momentum.
Catch inside the 30 and still running. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another play off here in the third quarter. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Oregon! A great catch and run for 6. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
Yeah, how about the design of the play? Doing a great job. Get it to your man, your running back, now turn receiver in space, and let him do damage. Let him catch the football. He can do the rest. Be that special player in space that you know he is, and get into the end zone.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Wilson will throw. Here comes the heat. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Second down, he'll throw it. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. The pressure was rising, drama just encapsulating this entire stadium, and the defense comes up with that pick.
Yeah, so if the quarterback, he's got to be able to handle this situation. Obviously, everything gets elevated. Everything has to happen a split second sooner. You feel the crowd noise. You can feel the energy, but you've got to keep your poise. And you just wonder in this juncture of the game if the quarterback's starting to lose his cool.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Finds his man. It's low. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Grab near the marker. It's Smith. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
On the direct snap, it's Smith. Touchdown, Ducks! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this 4th quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. See what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Give to the running back. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. The best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Listen, we all want to go back-to-back, but not on interceptions. Come on now. We got to take care of the football. Let's make sure we change something up on the next drive. 2 possessions, 2 picks. Offensive coordinator, get the bullpen warmed up.
They go to the ground. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
On the move. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand, now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the 4th quarter.
The sweet feet buy a little time. Couldn't find anywhere to throw the football, just got rid of it, and that's the number 1 thing. Avoid disaster here.
Very smart decision by the quarterback. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter. You just throw it away on third down because nothing's open. Now you can kick a field goal and make this a two-possession game.
Not a chance. Missed it. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wilson to pass. Makes the catch. It's Anthony. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Line getting set on second down. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play. Able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You could clearly tell that he wanted to throw the football and he wanted to go through the air and make a big play. Defense does a great job corralling him, getting some pressure, and most importantly, getting him on the ground.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Austin. Grab behind the line. It's Anthony. He stopped right there, short of the first down in this defense, trying to preserve the lead. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. This game is so close to being salted away if the offense can just run out the clock. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Moore to the air. A strike downfield. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
How about this offense, man? You gotta love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run. Back it up with a pass. Getting the first down. A few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
And the Ducks trying to cash it in on first and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Here comes the option. And they'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's taking the deep shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
The offense has got to find something here in the fourth quarter. You can tell pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot, Unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
Here's a throw downfield late. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp.
And this defense knows exactly the spot they're in, man. They are up. They've got their more defensive backs on the field. They're dropping.
Going for the big play. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Makes the grab. It's Anthony. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. If you like the stats, and I know you do, he's over 400 yards passing now.
Yeah, if they win this game, he's getting a game ball. There's no doubt about it. This guy has been on fire from the very start of this football game. He's been throwing bullets all over the field.
They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down. He'll take a shot. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Moore will throw. Oh, they're after him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on 2nd down. Looking left. Complete downfield. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Time to take a shot. He's got it at the 30. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. The Ducks will have it 1st and 10. Quarterback may change this route. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. And I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Duke answered the bell away from Durham today with an impressive victory. The Blue Devils knew the challenges awaiting them, and they met them head-on. Generally the mark of a really good team. A top 25 clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Wilson will throw. Under fire. And the quarterback goes down all 4-yard line. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Going to swing it on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
What a play by this defense, and they stop him short.